The Aerospatiale Alouette III is among the most successful light utility helicopters in aviation history. This little bird notably played a crucial role in many conflicts. It served in nearly 70 countries, 22 of which still operate. Today, we're investigating the Alouette III, a true French helicopter legend. The Alouette III is one of the most noteworthy helicopters of the First Cold War. The name Alouette, meaning lark, suits its small size and simple design. Still, this little bird was not a genteel, as the song says, but was a real ferocious warrior in combat. It was kind of an equivalent of the UH-1 Huey in particularly sub-Saharan Africa. Developed by Aviation in the early 1950s, the Alouette II quickly became popular in the market. So, the company decided to work on a new helicopter, the SE3160 Alouette III, with a larger cabin capacity, greater power, improved equipment, and higher performance. It was fundamentally an enlarged derivative of the Alouette II. So, these two helicopters shared many subsystems. Still, besides its enhanced capacity, SE3160 offered better visibility for the pilot and greater aerodynamic efficiency. The Alouette III's first prototype made its maiden flight on February 28, 1959. During the trials, the prototype got great attention with its high-altitude capabilities. It landed at an altitude of over 4,000 meters in the Mont Blanc mountain range in June 1959. In October 1960, this prototype climbed to over 6,000 meters, the same altitude as the Himalayas. 1 year later, the serial production began. Even though France became the first country to order the Alouette III, the first helicopter was delivered to Burma, now Myanmar. Alongside the French Aviation company, the Alouette III was also produced under license by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited of India, Industria Aeronautica Romania of Romania, and F+V Emen of Switzerland. More than 2,000 Alouette IIIs and its licensed production variants were produced. The Alouette III's 3 all-metal blade main rotor is similar to that of the Alouette II. It is on articulated hinges and has hydraulic drag hinge dampers. The rotor brake feature is standard. The fuselage has welded steel tubes at the center section, carrying the cabin at the front and the semi-monocoque tail boom. The tricycle landing gear is non-retractable and the nose wheel has full castering capability. The Alouette III can also be fitted with skis or floats. Even though some Alouette III users made modifications depending on their unique requirements, in a standard configuration, the cabin has 3 seats at the front and a 4-person folding seat at the rear. All passenger seats can be removed to transport cargo. The Alouette III can carry up to 740 kilograms of cargo internally or up to 750 kilograms of underslung load. The Alouette III also has a provision for carrying 2 stretchers. Dual control and cabin heating are optional. The helicopter has an exhaust gas cooling diffuser at the end of the exhaust pipe to reduce its infrared signature. The Alouette III is a robust and reliable helicopter. In 1970, a single Danish Alouette III rescued 26 passengers of the crashed Fokker 27 plane off the Flugflach Island near the Faroe Islands within a 13-hour operation in harsh weather. The helicopter can be fitted with machine guns and autocannon in the cabin. It can also carry different types of anti-tank missiles and gun or rocket pods. The French army also tested the Mistral air-to-air and Haute anti-tank missiles on the Alouette III. The SA316B variant of the Alouette III has a pilot and can carry 6 passengers. It has a length of 12.84 meters, a rotor diameter of 11.02 and a height of 3 meters. The helicopter's empty weight is about 1,122 kilograms, while its maximum takeoff weight is about 2,200 kilograms. One 570 shaft horsepower Turbomeca Artus 3B turboshaft engine provides a top speed of 210 kilometers per hour. Its cruising speed is 185 kilometers per hour. The helicopter's range is 540 kilometers. It can climb an altitude of 3,200 meters, in other words, 10,500 feet. The initial production variant of the Alouette III is SE3160. It was later renamed as SA-3160 or SA-316A, even though these names are not commonly used. The SA-36B has a strengthened main and tail rotor for better performance than its predecessor. India, Romania, and Switzerland preferred this version to produce under license. India-built helicopters are called Chetak. It also has a variant with an improved rotor with the same name. The Chetan was developed as a low-cost alternative to the Drew in 2005. It has one HAL Turbomeca TM333-2M2 Shakti engine. The IAR 316 is the Romanian production version. It can carry Eastern Standard rockets and the AT-3 Sagar anti-tank missiles. Romania also developed an IAR 316 variant for shipborne operations. Operated by the Air Force, this version had minor modifications, including inflatable floats for emergency landings on the sea and a foldable main rotor. The Swiss licensed production variant was called the Alouette III-S. The SA-319B, aka Alouette III Astazou, has a 600 shaft horsepower Turbomeca Astazou 14B turboshaft, which reduces fuel consumption by 25%. The engine, with an integral front-mounted gearbox, also has a two-stage axial plus single-stage centrifugal compressor, annual combustor, and a three-stage turbine. This change increases its maximum takeoff weight to 2,250 kilograms. The top speed of the SA-319B also rises to 220 km per hour. The SA-319B's shipborne variant has a quick mooring harpoon, a nose-wheel locking device, folding main rotor blades, and a cabin floor with anti-corrosion protection. Some navalized SA-319s are also fitted with the Omera ORB-32 Doppler radar and magnetic anomaly detector for anti-surface and anti-submarine warfare roles. This version can carry up to 2 lightweight torpedoes. The helicopter can also fire the AS-12 missiles thanks to its APX bezel gyro-stabilized sight. The SA-316C variant has one Turbomeca Artus 3D turboshaft engine. The Alouette Canon was a proposed attack helicopter variant with a 20mm gun and anti-tank missile launching capability. Also, Romania developed the IAR 317 Airfox gunship helicopter based on the IAR 316. It had a step tandem, two-seat armored cockpit. It never reached the serial production stage. The South African Atlas Company also designed the XH-1 Alpha two-seat attack helicopter. Unlike the IAR 317, it was just a concept demonstrator for the then-planned Roy Falk project. The Alouette III was baptized with fire in Africa under the Portuguese service during the colonial war. The helicopter was one of the essential assets in counterinsurgency operations. In the mid-1960s, the Portuguese began to equip the Alouette IIIs with cabin-mounted machine guns for close air support missions. However, this solution was found insufficient. So the Portuguese Air Force changed the machine guns with a 20mm MG151 autocannons. The new gun-equipped Alouette III variant was called Helicanhão, meaning helicannon. Yet, its nickname was Lobo Mau, meaning Big Bad Wolf. The regular Alouette IIIs used for troop transport were later nicknamed as cannibais, meaning cannibals. In a typical counterinsurgency operation, the Portuguese used 5 to 6 cannibais, which usually carried 5 infantry commandos, and 1 to 2 Lobo Maus escorted them. This attack group made its final approach to the target area at a low altitude to use the advantage of the terrain and vegetation as cover. The cannibais launched its troops while hovering 2 or 3 meters from the ground and then left the combat zone, while the Lobo Maus stayed in the area to provide close air support. The Portuguese also tested rocket launcher pods on the Alouette III in 1973, but never used them in combat during the war. Besides, the Portuguese Alouette IIIs performed combat search and rescue missions. In 1973, 4 Lobo Maus rescued the pilot of a shot-down Fiat G91 in Guinea, who was surrounded by enemy troops. Portugal lost 30 Alouette IIIs between 1963 and 1974 in combat in Africa. The Portuguese airmobile tactics were perfected during the Rhodesian Bush War. In a typical mission, the Rhodesian army used a 4-helicopter group, one with a 20mm MG151-20 autocannon called Key-Car, and 3 for transporting 4 soldiers called G-Car. When an insurgent group was detected, G-Cars landed its 4-person assault troops into the operation zone for close combat, and the Key Car provided fire support and command. Simultaneously, a C-47 airdropped its paratroopers over the insurgents' possible escape route. During the operation, a RAS Cessna FTB-337G, called Lynx by the Rhodesian Air Force, also provided close air support. Depending on the operational requirements, a Hunter was involved in the combat for heavier fire support, or an additional K-Car joined the group. In some operations, the paratroopers and the C-47 were not needed. The Fire Force tactic was highly efficient against insurgent groups. Besides, a K-Car shot down a Botswana BN-2 Defender aircraft with its 20mm autocannon over Botswana on August 9, 1979. During the war, 7 Rhodesian Alouette IIIs were shot down, and another one was damaged beyond repair. South Africa also used the Alouette III in the war in the region. Alongside the counterinsurgency operations, a South African Alouette III shot down an Angolan Mi-8 in 1986. South Africa lost 8 helicopters in the war. Jordan lost 1 Alouette III during the 1967 Six-Day War. Since India donated 1 Alouette III helicopter for the newborn Bangladesh Air Force, all parties used the helicopter during the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War. During the war, 2 Pakistani Alouette IIIs crashed for non-combat reasons. Besides, 1 Pakistani helicopter was captured by the Indians during the assault on the Pakistani airfield in Dhaka on December 17, 1971. An Argentine Alouette III participated in the invasion of South Georgia on April 3, 1982. On the other hand, another helicopter on board on the ARA General Belgrano was lost when the cruiser was sunk by the British nuclear submarine HMS Conqueror on May 2, 1982. On November 3, 1982, an Iraqi SA-316B was shot down by an Iranian Sea Cobra. On August 13, 1983, an Alouette III of the Republic of Korea Navy sunk a spy ship of the Korean People's Army using an AS-12 missile. The Alouette III played essential roles in many conflicts of the First Cold War. As a successor of the Alouette II, it strengthened France's position in the helicopter market. After over 60 years of service, this little bird deserves a well-earned retirement. But the Alouette III, a true legend, shall never be forgotten. Thanks for watching our video. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you can now click the join button to support our channel. And as always, we would greatly appreciate all of your likes, comments and shares.